I'm not sure how this slipped between the cracks, how I didn't see this sooner. This was brought to my attention by Nerdrotic, so shout out to you, Gary. This is Hollywood's biggest winners and losers of 2024, brought to you by The Hollywood Reporter. And you are not going to believe what they have to say about Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and Kathleen Kennedy. But before we do that, could you do me a huge favor and please hit the subscribe button? It's a free thing that you can do that helps out the channel. And please check out my all-age adventure graphic novel series, Achromatic Chronicles. The first 2 books are available in the link in the pinned comment and at the top of the description. We're only going to be selling this for a few more weeks, and then we're shipping them out. Now, let's get into this. Now, while the article was discussing the top winners and the top losers in the entertainment field in 2024, we come across Star Wars. And sorry, Star Wars fans, it's in the loser category. Listen to what they have to say. Another Star Wars film pushed. Another Star Wars trilogy announced. Does anybody think these announcements are real and not a money laundering scheme? Yes, that's in the article. People have been saying that for years. They're like, how do they spend so much money on these Disney Plus shows that nobody watches? And yet they have more money to spend. I see it in my comment section all the time. It's money laundering. It's money laundering. It's money laundering. Another Star Wars series flopped. This won 180 million. Actually, it came to about 250 million and generated massive controversy and fan division, some of which was super toxic. But also, how many times can Disney blame its audience for not liking what it makes? They're just going to keep doing it until there's nothing left, until they don't have an audience, till it's all dried up. I mean, honestly, I don't think they have an audience now. The so-called fans out there, even the Acolyte fans, I mean, I think you can count them all on 2 hands and a couple toes at best, maybe. It goes on to talk about the Skeleton Crew. It says the franchise's new kids show, Skeleton Crew, is getting some good reviews for the first 2 episodes, so at least that's something. But when you look at the viewership and how they're not even cracking like the top 20 for new shows, is telling you that people have walked away. Even when a show is getting great reviews, nobody cares to watch it because you've already damaged the IP. You've damaged the fan base where they're tired of it and they don't want anything to do with it anymore. Now, this is something. This is what they have to say about Kathleen Kennedy. The article says part of the blowback against Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy is just people being jealous. All right, now hold on. You might be like, Jay, no one's jealous of that woman. All right, listen to what they have to say about that. The article says, who doesn't want to be able to have projects repeatedly stumble and still keep one of Hollywood's top jobs? The rest of us can only dream of failing so successfully. Throwing her right under the bus, man, saying, how does this woman still have a job at Lucasfilm? How? Everything keeps failing. Everything that she touches is a failure for Lucasfilm. That's why people are mad at her. They're like, because how could she keep a job at Star Wars, which used to be one of the greatest IPs the world has ever seen? There was a time that you could put the Star Wars name on just about anything and it would sell. Other than Baby Yoda, those times have gone. You ever stroll down the toy section and see the Star Wars section? There's literally like 2 action figures there. And that's about it. It's just not the same anymore. And I go back to, 2023, and just the failures of that year alone. Mandalorian Season 3 lost halfway through the season. They lost so many Disney Plus subscribers that they thought they were going to keep. You had the Willow series. That's part of Lucasfilm. That was nuked off orbit. Nobody even knows where that is. You can't even watch it anymore. It was so bad. You had the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Star Wars Hotel, that was way too expensive, and nobody wanted to go. That lasted a year. Lucasfilm was all over that. That wasn't just a Parks thing. They brought in Lucasfilm to write the scripts, to put it together, to talk about the characters. Matt Martin, all of them. That was part of that failure. And don't forget Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That's also Lucasfilm. That thing lost them like $350 million. It was a total disaster. And if you look at the shows as far as viewership, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. I mentioned the Skeleton Crew earlier. We don't even have those numbers yet, but it has failed to crack like the top 10 on anything for a new show, which is horrible for Star Wars. The Acolyte might have got the worst viewership. Then it's like Ahsoka. That's a known character, and that couldn't even draw people in. You have Andor, the greatest Star Wars that nobody watched. I will have a review on season 1, by the way, eventually. I'll probably have it out before season 2. And, now we have the Mandalorian film, Mandu and Grogu, which the rumors is that they're going to bring in Luke, Han, and Leia. That is the rumors. I have no evidence on that except what I'm hearing out there. One of the major reasons why they're thinking Chewie or Han will be in this is because they're changing the Millennium Falcon ride at the Disney parks. So you're not just piloting the Falcon. Well, you are piloting the Falcon, but you're helping the Mandalorian and Grogu in the ride now. And so a lot of times in these parks, they try to interject what's going to happen on the show. So again, that's where the rumors probably started. So maybe it'll just be Chewbacca. But I don't know. But if they're gonna bring in like all that nostalgia to try to get people to watch the film, that's all they got left. That's all they got left to do. So the fact that the media is basically calling Kathleen Kennedy a failure, which we've been screaming for years that it needed a change. Welcome to the party. Just talk to anyone that watches this video and anyone that comments. They've been saying it since the Last Jedi days. Some of them even before. And I guess we will see now that it's okay to say that Kathleen Kennedy deserves to be fired. Will they fire her? Who knows? I doubt it. I think she'll leave on her own terms. I think Star Wars now is being pushed to the side as far as Disney's concerned, being like, we got other things we're going to worry about. You just do your thing. And if this Mandalorian movie turns out to be a failure for them, what does that mean for the Rey film? Is the Rey movie or Rey trilogy, is that even going to get made? Will Disney finally have enough and the board say, look, we got to shift gears here, and all those announcements will finally be gone? Remember, Lucasfilm is also in the middle of a lawsuit with Gina Carano. So how is that all going to work out? How is that going to work out with Lucasfilm? It's going to be interesting to watch. But I guess I could say I'm glad the media's finally catching up with something that we have been saying for years. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Jay. We will catch you next time.